Have you ever wondered what it's like to learn Ghostface from one of the most popular Ghostface content creators in Dead by Daylight? I've played Ghostface only a handful of times in my life, and I find him incredibly frustrating. But that's because I had no clue about all the intricacies of playing him. I had no idea what the difference was between a good and bad stalk. I had no clue there were certain pathing routes that good Ghostface players use. And finally, I didn't 99 survivors nearly enough. Learning Ghostface is incredibly difficult on your own, but luckily, I put every single tip you need to master Ghostface in this video, so by the end, if you watch all the way through, you'll be a Ghostface master too. Ghostface is probably one of the most iconic killers in Dead by Daylight, and he plays completely different from other killers. Let's look at a killer like Nemesis. You stomp around all loud, you run right towards survivors, and you either punch them in their stupid faces or smack them with your whip. Ghostface is intended to be played the exact opposite, moving undetectable through tall grass, bouncing from corner to corner, which makes him incredibly challenging for novices like myself. All survivors have to do to knock Ghostface out of his power is look at him, which can be buggy at times. Kinda like his Mori, which has had an invisible camera for some time, which left me with two questions. Why hasn't Behavior fixed it? And are they able to make my fiance's camera disappear so I don't have to spend hours taking pictures every holiday? I absolutely suck at Ghostface. I have no patience, I have the subtlety of an ox, and most of the time I just ignore his stealth mechanic and play him as an M1 killer. That's why I'm giving myself 5 days to master him. I met up with Stalkedd, who took a break from dry scooping pre-workout and blasting metal to help me master Ghostface. Like a personal trainer, Stalkedd watched me play live and coached me through all my mistakes, but thankfully he didn't send me numerous unsolicited Facebook messages like the personal trainer at my gym. Stalkedd taught me all the ins and outs of Ghostface, and on day 3 of this journey, he taught me something that will completely change the way you look at Ghostface. But unfortunately, 2 days before that, I was making a lot of beginner mistakes. Compared to some of the other killers I mastered like Sadako, Singularity, and Dracula, I figured Ghostface would be a lot easier to learn. I mean, after all, his only real power is the Night Shroud. Night Shroud makes you undetectable and gives you the ability to stalk. When you stalk, you'll see a meter fill up around a survivor on the HUD, and once the meter hits 100%, it turns red and the survivor is exposed. Survivors can knock you out of Night Shroud by looking at you, so you gotta be stealthy. But if you are revealed, you get Killer Instinct on the person that did it. You can also stalk faster when you're leaning, so it's best to stalk from behind something. It really doesn't get much easier than that. Stealth, stalk, slash. I was fired up and ready to go, but before I started the games, I asked Stalkedd for one bit of advice.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is if you're playing a killer like Ghostface where your power revolves around stealth, do not let people know where you are. That is the biggest thing that will kill you. Do not get called out.
Fair enough. Keep it easy. Just don't get spotted. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get off my dick. Alright, whatever. You saw me, okay? The gig's up. I get it. That's the tough thing about Ghostface. I always forget you need to go out of your way to be stealthy. As I'm quickly closing in on 1,000 hours in Dead by Daylight, I can convincingly say 998 of those have been played with zero regard for stealth. But with any challenge, I was willing to learn. And at the end of day 1, I was hoping to take a huge step forward with a dominant win. Where the f did you come from, dummy? I hate Maine at Dead Dog. I hate Maine so much. Let's get this pallet out of the way. That's fine. Good pallet. Got a lot of people 99. That's all that matters. Yes. Oh, wow. Wow, I thought she was gonna sit on that pallet. I fucked it up. No way. She was on the wrong side, too. Got her. Holy shit at the very end. Thank God I made that. Got 2 gens done for my first hook. What a fucking disaster this has been. Yeah, absolutely. What are they throwing at me? It sounds like they're throwing like fucking snowballs at me. You're gonna have to throw a shack here. No, 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 no. I got Sable exposed now. That's fine. If you want that smoke. Flashlight. No. Oh, wow. Come on. Do I still make it basement? Not with this shit. Fuck me, man. These guys are pissing me off. Alright, too many hooks here to Sabo. You're not gonna get them all. Could be, but I had her in the air a long ass time. Be careful. Y'all are both. Yes. Come on. Yep. That's fine. Can't Sabo this one too. We make this. We should. Oh, yeah, unless it's breakout. Thank God. All right, 2 gens left. Come on, this girl wants smoke. Let's fucking get her. I went the wrong way. She got stuck. Nice.
Nope.
Let's hit a lot of injured folk. Nice. 2, 2, 2. We need to get the fuck over here. Nice. They have a lot of progress though. This is gonna be a bad game for us to come back in. The people we need is we gotta get the death hook folk. Nice. There she is. Nice. Death hook. But they have so much progress on that other gen. We gotta go so quick. They have so much progress. At least try to get a draw. Fuck. I have someone so close, like literally 99. Yes, that's huge. Fuck, played myself. I had it down. The gate's 99 too. Fuck. Nice, got the down. Holy shit. Wow. Rep basement. Nice. Holy shit. What a draw. Nice. That other girl is like 99 on her stalk too, which hurts. Yep, there it is. That's a draw, kid. Hit me with that teabag all you want. We'll take that. Although day 1 didn't end exactly how I had hoped, I started day 2 in high spirits. I was slowly getting more and more comfortable with Ghostface, so I hit up Stalk to hook me up with some of his favorite builds.
So I think if we're going to get into it, the best perk that you can run on Ghostface is Jolt. You're going to get a lot of downs by gens as Ghostface, and it just saves so much time having the generator get jolted. Also, any kind of M1 or basic attack perk is going to be really good on Ghostface, so Sloppy Butcher, Franklin's Demise, Coup de Grace, things like that. Me personally, I like auras, so my favorite build, which I receive a lot of criticism for, is Franklin's and Weave Attunement. The reason I do that is 1, to take away items from survivors, but 2, it gives me so much information on them. I think it's probably the most busted combo you could run for Ghostface. Another one I like a lot too is Friends to the End. A lot of people think it's stupid to run Friends to the End because your power already makes people exposed. The reason why is because with a killer like Ghostface, you can quickly get a hook via using your power expose, and then beeline it straight for the exposed survivor. You get the aura, so you get information on them, but also they won't know if you're coming or not. So it's almost like a free down if you use it properly. Another one a lot of people like too is Play With Your Food. This one I'm not super fond of, but I can see why it's so good. So Play With Your Food is a perk where when you start a chase with your obsession and you end it without injuring them, you gain a token, and that token gives you a speed boost. I think anytime anyone loses a health state, you lose a token. However, that doesn't matter if you insta-down them. If you were to just stalk them and insta-down someone, you'd only lose 1. So you're getting more value on that perk as Ghostface because you're not losing tokens as much.
As someone who always gets called out for Glazing Surge, I was more than happy to slap that on every single one of my builds. Friends to the End is probably the perk I had the most fun with. Survivors already stress out about being stalked, and the added element of being exposed from Friends to the End is such a fun and chaotic way to play. I loved Friends to the End so much on Ghostface, I made an entire video about this perk. Weave Attunement and Franklin's Demise is a combo that Stalk talked about a lot, and for good reason. Franklin's will make survivors drop their item when hit with a basic attack, while Weave Attunement will show you the aura of any survivors around a dropped item. This will give you a ton of information if you have multiple items spread across the map, and will allow you to get some easy jump scares when surprising survivors. I played a few games with Nurse's Calling, which will show you the aura of survivors survivors healing, and it did seem like a fun perk. And finally, just for my playstyle with Ghostface, I found myself vaulting a fair bit in Chase. I used Bamboozle to catch some survivors off guard by blocking a window after I vaulted. There's a lot of different perks you can use. Any of the perks I mentioned, you'll have a ton of success with. For add-ons, there are plenty of good options, but Stalkedd has a few add-ons he really loves.
Yeah, so I think the one add-on you should always run, and every Ghostface main will tell you this, is Drop Leg Knife Sheath. For 5 seconds after marking a survivor, you get 10% haste. Once you pair Drop Leg Knife Sheath with 99ing survivors and closing that distance before you pop your power, you're basically guaranteed a free down. Another one that you should run is Cheap Cologne. So Cheap Cologne increases the mark duration by 10 seconds. One thing I do want to clear the air on is you shouldn't run Walleyes and you shouldn't run Philly anymore. So Walleye's Matchbook and Philly have recently been implemented into Ghostface's base kit, and running them's not really going to give you as much of a boost as you might think. You're only getting half of the add-on's previous value because both of those add-ons got halved and put into his base kit. But other than that, I really like Olsen's Wallet. Olsen's Wallet recharges your power after breaking something. Driver's License is really good too, but I don't really like to use it if I'm running Jolt, and I'm usually always running Jolt. If you don't have Jolt, Driver's License is really good. His ears are pretty good too. Ghostface Caught on Tape will give you your power back as soon as you down someone. But a lot of times, I don't think that's that great because once you down someone, you're usually going to hook them and pick them up. And by the time you would have hooked them, you would have had your power back either way. So I honestly don't even think it's worthy of being an Eerie. I think Outdoor Security Camera is really good too, especially if you pair it with Lethal Pursuer, where when you down somebody who's marked, you get the aura of all other survivors. Just pair Drop Leg Knife Sheath with Outdoor Security or Cheap Cologne and you should be good.
Drop Leg Knife Sheath is the add-on that rarely came off any of my builds. The speed boost you get after marking a survivor is so noticeable, and it's perfect for minimizing the anxiety you get from feeling like you have to down a survivor once they're exposed. I paired that up with Cheap Cologne to extend the mark duration, and those two add-ons were basically all I needed. Now that I got my perks and add-ons settled, I was really starting to play better as Ghostface. But what I was about to learn in day 3 completely transformed the way I thought about Ghostface. By day 3, I felt I was really starting to embody the Ghostface mentality. So who do you think I decided to hit up to get some expert tips? Of course, the GOAT Stalkedd himself. Today wasn't about winning games. It was about mastering all the advanced techniques. And it started with pathing. Stalkedd had noticed in my games I wasn't exactly moving optimally, so he gave me the rundown on exactly what I needed to be doing.
So if I know a map's very open, like say Coldwind or something, I won't go along the edge of the map, but I probably will stay more towards loops and taller tiles. Again, you don't want people to know where you are. That kind of gives up any pressure you have. If you're going up against a Swift and they call you out, that's like the worst thing that can happen to you as a Ghostface. You lose all your pressure instantly. I also think that the maps that you're on should maybe affect your playstyle. So for example, if you're on Midwich, have at it, do whatever you want. But if you're on a map like Eyrie of Crows and you're in a black costume, you maybe don't want to run out in the open because a lot of times, even in Survivor's peripheral vision, they'll just catch you. Be very mindful of your surroundings.
Pathing wasn't the only issue he noticed either. Although I was doing my best to 99 survivors, he noticed I wasn't doing it nearly enough.
So this is something that happens a lot, is I see a lot of people who will keep survivors 99 and they'll pick up a survivor and that 99 survivor body blocks and they hit them and they lose the health state, but they lose their stock progress. Little things like that. You got to factor who you want to down, like target selection, basically. Who you want to go for, how long to stick on somebody. It's just macro. It's all macro. The biggest one I think that every Ghostface main should pick up, and I'm kind of surprised I haven't touched on it too much, is 99ing survivors. You want to 99 the stock meter and get close to them and pop it. If you're far away and cross map and you can get a long distance stock, you can very easily get a little bit of stock on a survivor and save it for later.
All these tips were great, but he finally dropped a tip that completely changed the way I looked at Ghostface.
Yeah, so the way I play is I'm very, very, very aggressive, and I don't always take the time to stop and stock because it's very like hit and run. I feel with Ghostface, you have infinite pressure so long as people don't know where you are. I think survivors become oblivious, especially once they see that you're super aggressive with Ghostface. So they might see that you're across the map and M1ing people and not really using your power, but you could easily slip out of that chase and get to them and stalk them. So they'll be thinking that you're aggroed onto someone else and chasing them and nowhere near them, but you use that pressure to sneak behind them and get the quick stalk and down on them. If I see a survivors next to an extremely difficult loop like a god pallet or a busted main building, I'll usually just take the hit and go somewhere else, because even if you do stalk, they'll usually keep you at a pretty busted tile, and I don't really want to waste my time there, because once you've popped the stalk on someone, you kind of think, okay, now I have to down them. But if they keep you at a strong loop and they're able to run out that timer, you've just wasted like 20 seconds.
So let's summarize this. Stalking can be good good or bad. If a survivor's at a strong tile or in a group, it may just be better to run in with a basic attack. The pressure you could lose by stopping and stalking or potentially wasting time chasing a survivor at a loop just isn't worth it. If a survivor is out in the open or oblivious at a generator, that's what you call free stalk. You can pick up however much stalk you can and move on. You wait to finish your stalk when you feel the survivor is in a vulnerable location. By playing aggressive and picking up stalk when it's ideal, you leave survivors on their toes, not knowing if you're gonna come blasting in like the Kool-Aid Man or creeping around the corner like my weird Uncle Rick. To this point, I was just stalking whenever I felt like it, but Stalked gave me the playbook to demolish survivors. Before we ended the call that day, he gave me one last piece of advice. He said, Straz, you're playing way too soft. To be a true Ghostface, you have to leave no survivors. Everything was really starting to click. I was putting all the tips I'd learned into practice and I was starting to see some major results. Sweaty flashlight squad, 4K. Some gen rushing sweats, 4K. Some friendly survivors who just wanted to have fun. Also 4K. We leave no survivors. The entire series felt like it had reached its peak, yet something didn't feel quite right. The 4Ks felt empty. The hate messages felt extra hurtful. I felt like I was trying too hard to be stalked, but had forgotten about what it was like to be Straz. Straz doesn't have a silky, smooth, deep voice like Stalk.
Oh my gosh, hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, wow, that Sable really got it.
Straz doesn't dry scoop his pre-workout. Straz isn't even metal. Straz also hates when people talk in third person, so I have no idea why I'm doing this. With one day left, I knew I had to try my hardest to embrace the Ghostface mentality, no matter how unnatural it felt. So despite my reservations, when I shut down the Xbox that night, I was ready to end the series on some serious carnage.
Michaela. Beauty. And he's like 99. That's why, yeah, we don't want to hit him. We'll save that for later. Whenever we please, just know we have him 99. Uh-oh. You better have balance. Top rope. See ya. See ya. Don't run right back on that gen. Don't do something stupid. Don't do something stupid. Don't throw for your teammates. Wow, I probably could have waited on that. I think she would have ran regardless, but... What? This game's over. This game is over before it even started. Oh, I'm just thankful I'm not respecting the stock mechanics.
Okay, let's go.
Stop throwing. Put something, you know, something respectful together.
No.
We'll smack her. Smack that toolbox right out of your hand, Meg. I haven't seen the guy that I 99'd. Yep. Sorry, your toolbox is gone. You'll never see it again. Oh, wow. Oh, you're fucking me. All right, we got an exposed gentleman. 99. He's got light though, so he actually might escape this. We'll see. They should have a lot of resources here still. Gotta come down here. Yeah. Wow, I thought I respected it for a sec, and he didn't drop it. I was gonna lose my mind.
Oh shit.
Nice. Finally, we got him. Wow, that was a long-ass chase. We have Scourges over here, so we can finally use a Scourge. Not that I think they have much of a chance, but... Yeah, they didn't even have gen regression. It didn't even proc. Don't pick it up. Don't.
Okay.
Thank you. She put it back down. That's so funny. They're not even picking up that girl. That's so funny. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. I want to get her out of the game. Hit her again. We're acting crazy. I'm gonna let that dude live. That guy is gonna live. He's a good dude. Everyone else, unfortunately, has got to die. But that guy's a good player. Like, what was that? Watch this. Look, we bumped out. We bumped up.
Why you bullying me?
All right, we're leaving him. He's a funny guy.
No, don't do it.
I gotta kill her. Sorry. You get to survive. I don't. We don't have time to finish 3 fucking gens.
And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Fine. All right, go do the gens. I'll let him live. I'll let him live. Go do gens. Go do gens. Being a friend for once because they had a shit teammate, you know. All right, we're playing red light, green light, guys. Ready? All right, let's see if they notice. All right, they both escape. Yeah. Let's go. GG's. Well, I don't know. I guess I just wanted to end the series the way I wanted to. I will never be as deadly and ruthless as Stalked, but that's why I encourage every single person to go to his YouTube channel and subscribe. That's the guy you want to watch. He streams on Twitch also and has one of the most wholesome communities in Dead by Daylight. I appreciate him for helping me out through this process because without his guidance, I'd probably still be lost because Ghostface is a surprisingly tricky killer to play. You have to learn when it's good and bad to use his stalk. You have to keep pressure high and always keep survivors guessing. You have to be good at mind games and also use his power to help mind game. And if you're on the fence about buying him, let me say this. Obviously, if you're a fan of the Scream franchise, you'll probably want Ghostface because he's iconic. But when it comes to in-game, he has 3 decent teachable perks. Not good, not bad. His mechanic is pretty unique outside of like Myers, and wait for it, he can teabag. If that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. If you've enjoyed this video to this point, please consider subscribing because we're currently sitting just shy of 10K subscribers. And please let me know in the comments what killer you'd like to see me master next.